What's up, Greg? I hope you're having a great day, and today we're going to talk about why mansplaining is the best. Bye!
This video is over now.
Wow, that video fucking sucked. I got a comment for this. How do you expect me to take advice from someone who looks like a baby who has just got off a 3-day bender that ended with him having his face held against the gravel road out the door of a Skyliner with a cardboard duct tape spoiler? I mean, who really needs that much spare face? You know those people who have too much face and all their features is crammed together in the middle? I think it's called a jet teeler. Farmers in outback Australia could really use that space for growing food for starving people, even though rich cotton growers would most likely steal their water and poison the rest in order to get that extra $50 a week so they could afford a pouch of Port Royal. But what are they supposed to do? Smoke Champion Ruby? Get real. This has been the reading of the last will and testament of Bob Catter. Thank you for listening. And pop! Alright, let's see what else we got on here. And play! Hey guys, it's your boy... You guys remember Vine? That was good, right? Wake up, people. The Liberal government is run by Rupert Murdoch. And he looks like a testicle. I'm tired as fuck. Let's watch some Instagram videos. Hey, it's your boy, withholding short film content.
When the C, V and Control keys on your keyboard stop working at the same time, but the last time you spoke in content the viewership plummeted. Sad penguin noises.
I'm suffering from extreme sleep deprivation and vitamin D deficiency! Folks, today we're going to be opening up a mystery box. Just... fuck you. That's pretty standard, right? Ooh, what's it going to be, boys? I always have so much trouble opening every single thing on the planet. Even though, look, it's a bag. As if I've never eaten chips before. What do we get, boys? It's a Brita water filter, I guess. Sounds like there's some sand in there. Let's see, check the rarities on this bad boy. Now we've come to that moment in the show when we open our weekly Burning Shadows pack. Get into that. Take the... Is this a chocolate bar? Yeah. Oh, it's a chocolate bar. Sorry guys, but you can go fuck yourself. Oh, why did you do that? Starving kids in Africa could have eaten that sand. Fuck Nestle. Check. Alright, so what are we doing here today? We found a new channel that we really like, and I thought that today we'd just get together and have a little chat about it. The last one of those I didn't go very well, because we had a very bad missing element. So, joining us via Skype is Kate!
Hi guys! It's your favourite, Kate! Joining Josh via Skype today. Couldn't be present. Gonna open some wine, and then we can get started. Can you hear me, Josh?
Yeah, we're picking you up pretty well.
Can you see me as well? Good quality, isn't it?
Can you see me?
Yep.
Alright, cool. What do you got there?
Got some Chardonnay Pinot Noir. I get scared every time.
How's it going over there?
Good. The weather is really hot. It's a balmy 7 degrees today in where am I supposed to? This room.
That's good to hear. Are you ready to watch some YouTube videos?
I sure am.
Kate and I watch a lot of cooking shows. Watching a lot of cooking shows on YouTube, we were forced into a little bottleneck. And we landed, of course, on English Heritage.
That's me. English Heritage. 100%. I'm swirling this wine and it's sparkling and it's just like ruining it, basically. Ooh. That's a good drop.
So English Heritage, we'll read from their YouTube About section. English Heritage is a charity that cares for over 400 historic buildings, monuments and sites. From world-famous prehistoric sites to grand medieval castles. From Roman forts on the edge of the empire to a Cold War bunker. Through these places, we bring the story of England to life for over 10 million visitors each year.
10 million?
So it's a charity.
Like live visitors. Like people actually go there. You
can go there and do things. They've got lots of, painting or doing reenactments or getting dressed up.
Maybe we should go there when we visit the UK.
The segment that caught our eye is a segment called The Victorian Way. Now, The Victorian Way is basically a cooking show. The main character, Lady
Marmalade.
Yeah. You've got the house owned by Lord and Lady Braybrook, and the kitchen is run by Mrs. Crocombe.
I'm seeing all this on my screen here, so...
Essentially, Lady Crocombe runs the kitchen. She does all of these cooking classes, and some of them are truly god-awful. They make period food, obviously to period standards, using period equipment and techniques.
Shit stuff, yeah.
The Victorian Way's got a lot of videos. What was life like? How to make gingerbread cake? How to make marmalade ice water? How to make custard pudding? Goes all the way down to how to make a pigeon pie. How to cook turbot.
What is turbot?
I don't know.
You know what Victorians are obsessed with? Anything with gelatin.
Oh, they love gelatin.
They just discovered gelatin. They're like, oh shit, we can preserve stuff with this, but also let's just put it in everything.
It's like, have you got a liquid? Yep. You want to chew it? Why not? Let's give it a go.
Pigeon jelly. Boom.
Disgusting. Today I thought we'd watch 2 of the very interesting videos that I've been able to find on this site. See how it goes. Have a bit of fun watching some YouTube videos. Just like every day.
Are we keeping this Skype bit going, or is this the end? Oh, that looks kind of cool.
Yeah, here I am, guys. I'm here. I'm not in another room. I couldn't even think of somewhere where I'd be. Where am I supposed to be? I'm like, this room.
Well, why don't you tuck your chair in since I'm
coming.
You ruined the gag.
I didn't want to stay over here in Kate's corner. All right, let's turn off the Skype call.
Struggling to make your way in.
Fuck. Was this worth the bit?
Oh, hey. How you going?
Hey.
The first video that we're going to watch.
Let me fix my lip balm first.
First video we're going to go. So the first video that we're going to watch is how to make gingerbread cake the Victorian way.
Do you actually like gingerbread cake?
God no, fucking it's disgusting. It's a song we're going to be hearing a lot of as well.
Oh yeah, it's just on a loop.
Yeah. Look how big this fucking place is though. There she is.
What's her name?
Miss Crocombe.
Miss Crocombe.
I've just made a note of one of my favourite recipes, gingerbread cake. It's truly delightful. For this recipe, you will need
Here we go.
flour, butter.
Are we gonna make this?
No. I don't want to make this.
Brown sugar, treacle,
It's just so long.
That looks like, you know those ads for smoking?
Yeah.
When they show
they squeeze the tar out of the person's aorta or something.
That's literally what it looks like.
Yeah.
bicarbonate of soda,
That's too much.
That's what we use for the cat boxes.
Yeah, it stops them from smelling.
Stops the, urea.
and eggs.
She's doing everything in slow motion.
Yeah, they always do. What's she doing now?
Begin by creaming the butter. I always use salted butter, unless the recipe asks for sweet butter, in which case I use unsalted. We usually use between 3 and 4 pounds of butter a day in the
Jesus
kitchen.
Christ.
A day.
I think this was before, you know how there's always that like trend about what's healthy and what's not healthy? I think in Victoria times they thought butter was like really good for you. Put it in everything.
I mean, it's supposed to be like a whole mansion. She's supposed to serve like all of the servants and like all the people who live there and all the guests and everything.
That'd be pretty awesome, having freshly made butter every day. What's that in kilos? What did she say? 3 to 4 pounds. I'm getting it everywhere.
This is the worst ASMR. Please don't break the microphone with your ASMR.
I'm trying to get us more views, Bugs. I do have fresh cat nails. Look at them claws.
Okay.
Oh.
It's 1.36 kilos,
That's
3
a
pounds.
lot, though.
It's a lot of fucking butter.
That's so much. All right, let's go. Continue.
I still want to know
What
what
is
this...
that? Yeah.
what is
Now
this
I'm
thing?
going to add the sugar,
Fuck.
the eggs, which I'm going to give a little whisk before I add.
Old Victorian whisks, just
3
like...
prongs.
Yeah. There's one where she makes like whipped cream and she pulls out like a modern whisk and gives it to like a kid to make it.
I can't believe she just has to pretend to be from Victorian times.
So we've had eggs from home, sugar from the West Indies, and spice from the East Indies. What an international cake.
Oh! Oh.
So this is how it starts.
That looks like vomit.
It's bad, isn't it?
Why does it look like that? When I do that, it doesn't look like that.
It doesn't look like that. No, does it?
Maybe it's the whisk.
Maybe it's probably all the whisk.
Oh, close up.
I'm now going to add the flour a little at a time with the treacle.
Oh.
So now make it darker.
What the fuck? There's the lung tar?
And there's always just like such big pauses of no talking.
You could use a lighter coloured treacle, but it wouldn't be so rich.
Well, it would look less like shit.
I mean, maybe only moderately less like shit.
This is quite a cheap cake to make, now that they've reduced the taxes on sugar a few years ago. It's quite nice for servants or for a family to have something a little luxurious.
A little luxurious. A fucking cake that isn't going to rise. Fantastic. Luxury. Luxury.
No, but back in the day, like, it was really hard to get sugar and spices and stuff until they built, not built, but did all the trade agreements, you know, like
Yeah, but now there's no tax. They import ice.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, in the ice house. All these shots of her face. Leave her alone. That water's not going to help.
Make sure we get the best of the
Looks
treacle.
like piss. Oh,
Look at that! Just the extra liquid it
And now
needs.
mix it all in.
Make it a bit more diarrhea.
Well, yeah, do a close up. Yeah.
Oh,
oh.
God. That looks terrible. It's like slightly green as
Yeah.
well.
Now that the mixture is nice and smooth,
Look at how she's mixing.
we need to line with butter and brown paper a tin.
So now that the shit is smooth, we're going to dump it into this pan.
Just having trouble getting it out.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah. I need to take a shit immediately after watching this video.
Now that the cake has been in the oven for about an hour, I'm going to take it out and let it stand to cool.
Why didn't it rise?
This cake is really well loved by the servants. And I'm going to serve this to the top servants' table, the one that myself and Mrs. Warwick sit on.
Oh, so only the fancy servants get it.
Yeah.
I'm going to cut it up for display.
And this is the display.
There you are. Gingerbread cake.
She's so awkward.
There you are.
Did she enjoy that or not? I can't tell.
I feel like she enjoyed it way too much. This is going to give me the furious diarrhea I need to get through my day.
That's the worst cake I've ever seen.
Yay! Yay!
This is why people think that English food is shit.
I mean...
It's not though. Maybe back back in the Victorian times, it was bad.
I mean, that English food was literally shit. Like, she massaged a poo until it was a cake, and then it didn't rise.
YOLO.
So now that we've watched the poo massage, so the real reason that we got into English heritage is for this next video. It was the first English heritage video we'd ever seen, and we just couldn't help it. It was so funny, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. It's so funny.
I actually don't know what the video is that you're putting on. Is it the butter one?
Yeah, the butter one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to watch the butter video.
Yeah, so this is the woman making the butter for the shit cake.
She doesn't deal with the cows. She just, like, makes butter. That's her job. So she goes to work every day for a charity and hand makes butter.
I think you're getting this wrong. It's not real.
No, it's not real, but, like, they do it as, like, display stuff.
Yeah.
I know it's not real.
There's not an actual Victorian
No,
family.
there's not actual These people don't have, like, brain damage or whatever. They're just, like... all the people who think that it's still that time and put them in there and
Sometimes
don't give them access.
It feels like that's what it is. Like, it seems so realistic.
Well, the Miss Crocombe character's like... It's a character based on, like, a book. And then, I mean, all these are basically advertisements for...
This place.
This place and English heritage and what they do as a charity, which is, like, really great. It's fantastic work, but...
It is nice to keep those heritage buildings going. I think it's really nice.
Yeah. Just that the butter video might be bringing them in a bit of a weirder audience that they don't want.
Almost 2.8 million views.
Yeah, so many views on this one.
The gingerbread cake only had 400,000.
Yeah. See if you can guess why this video has 2.5 million views. There's that fucking sound again. Here she is.
Morning, Fanny.
Good morning, Mrs.
Fanny.
That was a really popular name back then, though.
Yeah, but it just hits so hard now, doesn't it? Morning, Fanny.
Whenever
And
you
it
do
looks
that.
like she's seething with rage already in the video, and she's folding the tea.
I would be seeing the rage if I had to come in and make butter every day. Like,
Yeah, but-
when you watch this video, you're like, holy shit! Like, it literally takes a day to make butter.
It takes a day to make it, yeah.
How long do you reckon it takes to make it in like a commercial factory now?
They just have like kettles and they just boil it and add all the shit to it. We've found the perfect way to make butter.
I ain't fucking making butter like this. Joke.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you, Mrs. Crocombe. Good day.
Shady bitch.
Fuck you.
So I was just going to make the normal standard batch of butter today, but now she has asked for thyme butter.
There's something about it that's like ragey and forceful. But even the first time I watched this, I was thinking like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah, like
She's a bit like...
she's gonna go postal and kill
Yeah.
the whole family or something.
Yeah, like she's been doing this for 50 years and she's the only one there who doesn't realise that it's like... Everyone else there thinks it's real and she's just like, what the fuck is happening? I'm surrounded by these crazy people.
Yeah, like in an alternate universe, this is actually like a ward in a hospital.
Thyme butter, which is a speciality of mine.
What a bitch.
And if you would like, you can help me, but I will have to check that you have scrubbed your hands and your nails. All right? Follow me.
No dirty boys.
No dirty boys. There's something in that. There's something in that, isn't there? You have to make sure that you've scrubbed your nails. You're just like, oh. Sorry, mistress. Fucking...
I'm a filthy boy.
I'm a filthy boy.
Oh no, I spilled curry in the shower again.
There you are. Have you done your hands? Good.
See?
So the first thing you must do is scald. You're lucky because I have done the churn for you. All right? So...
Thanks. I really appreciate it.
I thought she's teaching us how to make it.
don't worry about your hands because we will have the buttermilk later on to soothe them. So once you've got your water in there, just cover it so that they are as clean as possible.
So this is like a Victorian sterilisation.
Yeah, pour hot water over it and put a towel on top.
Is that what surgeons did as well?
Probably.
He brings me the milk, which I then leave to settle in pans overnight. The cream rises to the top, and I scrape that off into a jug and then pour the cream into the churn. Now, I tend to pour it at quite a height so that it aerates, so that it turns quicker.
Such a magnificent height.
It's like 2 inches. Oh, the noise.
That's the ASMR you want. Sexy.
And now we're ready to begin churning.
What is with her facial expression?
The key to making good butter is to have a measured and steady pace. We are very lucky here at Audley End House because our cows are Jersey herd
and they produce the best,
Yeah, I know
finest milk.
I know that milk comes from cows, it's fine.
So the butter churning process can take anything up to 30 minutes to an hour, and it is dependent on the weather, amongst other things.
How much jizz is in there?
How blue the balls are.
Cream stage. And I'm starting to feel that now.
The way that she says it.
The cream
Yeah.
stage.
I think we're there now.
I'm starting to feel the cream
I'm
stage.
starting to feel it creaming.
The creaming.
I still get... And I just imagine somebody, like, watching this for the first time, and I still see it just, like, their hand. Like, just covering the churn
Oh.
while she's mixing it. They've just got a block of melted butter next to them.
Oh my god. Books, that's disgusting. I know.
That's what's happening. 2.5 million people have watched this. What percentage are
Dudes jacking off.
jerking butter while watching this?
It's pretty gross.
But for people like us, it's fucking gold.
Comedy gold.
And yes, here we have stage 1, whipped cream. So I think we have probably another 30 to 35 minutes to go.
Fucking hell.
The second phase you need to look out for when you are making butter is when it begins to turn. So you will feel a difference and you will hear a difference. And when you go to look inside, you will see that it looks, forgive me, a little bit like baby sick.
Oh, I really hate dairy products.
Well, it's just a cracked emulsion.
Letting milk go off.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Or separating it, or like boiling it and then skimming the scum off and making shit out of that.
Yeah.
It's so gross.
Cheese.
I really like cheese, but that's like the only dairy product I can deal with. I really hate milk. I think it's disgusting.
So they basically just do this and then...
I know, and then it can turn
They
into
just-
cheese.
Well, they just put
Culture
it...
it. Yeah.
Yeah, put it in a dry
I
room.
don't know. It really makes me like not want to eat dairy products. I mean, I don't eat a lot anyway. All I eat is cheese, basically.
You're just lying to yourself about the fact you're not lactose intolerant like me. So,
I'm not.
Yeah, I'm just being intolerant. Just
You're being intolerant of my tolerance.
Yeah, intolerant to people who can eat dairy products.
It's quite pungent to smell.
Pungent? Pungent baby sick.
Sometimes in the winter we have to colour the butter. We tend to use marigolds because, quite frankly, using carrot juice makes the butter taste, well, like carrots.
No shit. Yeah.
So, like, sexual for no reason.
Yeah. And it's kind of like she has everyone else there held hostage.
It's kind of... I would believe that.
Yeah.
If she was the boss of the whole thing, and she was just like, don't break character, and she was just...
exactly.
She shoots people who break character.
Yeah. She's like, I want to film a video today. Like, oh no, we don't need you to film a video. No, we're filming a video.
Yeah.
And just like holds everyone hostage like, I'm going to make butter and you're going to fucking film it.
Yeah. How much of it? All of it. How long does it take? 2 days.
2 days. Seriously, Clara, you're taking this whole thing a bit far.
Yeah.
Don't call me Clara.
I'm Fanny.
I'm Fanny.
It's Fanny. Well, I'm in my garb. It's Fanny. Don't sass me. I'll make you into baby sick in my butter
Jesus
shit.
Christ. Oh my god, she totally would.
Yeah, she kills people and
Yeah,
puts their
and
bits
they're
in there.
fat,
Makes
yeah.
people butter. Yeah.
Yeah. Off their fat. And
She
just,
probably
like,
cleans
turns it.
everybody's stuff with soap made from, like, rendered human fat.
Definitely.
Let's keep going.
The third phase you need to look out for is when the buttermilk and butter separate. Now you will hear this inside the churn and you will feel it. And I think we're ready. Let's have a look. Yes, we're ready.
Looks the same.
Yeah,
To drain the buttermilk.
Oh.
Oh, that's so gross.
Then I will remove the paddle and then scoop out all of the butter. It is then washed in spring water and then drained.
Oh, yeah.
Bring it out.
Long wringing out scenes. So unrequired. Just cut it out. Now it looks like shit.
Yeah,
What happened
it's all
to it?
Weeds.
There you are.
She's kept everyone hostage so long, all
Yeah.
the plants are dead.
So what needs to happen now is for it to be patted. And these are the butter pats.
She's
which
got the
we
paddles
started
out, guys.
earlier. So the best thing to do is divide it into more manageable size.
We're so immature, man. She's just making butter.
Patting it to get rid of any excess liquid.
And she's got it like made perfectly and
Yeah,
then just
yeah.
puts the herbs and then fucking just wrecks it. And look at this, fuck this.
Wrecked.
How would you even be bothered like just massaging the fucking shit into the butter?
All of this is seeps. Like,
Yeah. Fuck all of this. 2.5 million people enjoyed this.
Here is the normal butter that I make every single day here at Audley End House. And here is the butter that Mrs. Crocombe asked me to make this morning, made with thyme. And here is the butter that will be going up to the top table for Lord and Lady Braybrooke. As you can see, I have used 3 separate moulds.
it looks so shit.
And there
It
we
looks
have
so
it.
shit.
Butter made here at Audley End House.
Oh, look at that. I don't want to eat any of that.
But you know, if she sent unmolded butter up there, they'd be like, "What the fuck is this?"
The peasant butter. Oh, God.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. So why do you guys think that has 2.7 million views?
So what do you think about English heritage? Is it too sexy for YouTube?
I don't think everyone would find this sexy.
I don't find it sexy.
No, but
I find it sexual.
And people would be into it, no doubt. Like, you could see so many dudes watching this. Yeah. But, you know, we're not going to judge people for what they're into. So, if you want to watch some woman in Victorian clothes making butter to get your rocks off, fucking go for it, mate.
If Pornhub's limiting English heritage, I guess. That's probably what it is. Just people have, like, seen everything. Yeah, what's the sexiest thing you can think of? Oh, a woman wearing the most amount of clothes possible. And then she's talking to me like I'm a naughty boy. And then she makes...
a dirty boy.
And then she makes butter in a churn by hand. So she's just like... for hours. And then she just smacks the shit out of it with paddles.
Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Everybody's got a favourite part. Let us know what your favourite part of the video was. Was it the paddles? Was it the jerkin? Was it when she popped the cork?
We've watched a lot of these videos. Not for that reason.
It's hard, so you got to respect her for it, and they try to keep it
Traditional. Yeah.
So you guys might have noticed I'm wearing this Pilot Era shirt. You can get one if you send us $350 because we only have 2. And
I've lost mine as well.
so we've only got 1.
Which is why I'm wearing this sick-ass Uniqlo Pokemon shirt.
It's pretty dope.
Subscribe to our channel. And also listen to our podcast, Pilot Era Podcast. We are now on Spotify. Woo!
We did it, guys. We made it.
Yeah. And we're on Instagram, Pilot Era Podcast. What's the other thing? Twitter,
Twitter.
at Pilot Era Pod. Watch our other videos as well.
They were a lot of fun to make, and they took a lot of time, so we'd
Yeah.
really appreciate if you watched them.
Yeah.
And if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. Let's go make some pigeon pie. Can't see shit.